What is up, you guys? Welcome back to JGS. And yes, you guys, I know it's been a bit of 2 weeks now since I last had posted this one video. What was it again? Let me see. I'm just checking on my channel right now. Oh, right. Spider-Man brand new day trailer, or is this the official trailer? Well, this is a trailer too. Um, that wasn't really the last video I posted. As you guys have not seen, my last video I posted last week was when I went to Phoenix Fan Fusion. I actually vlogged it, and yes, you guys, and what I told you before, you guys, when I first started going there for that 1 week, it was kind of like a little rough start for me to, when I went inside, when I go through the entrance, and the security, they took my tripod away, and I couldn't get a chance to vlog it, and it was like a few bad parts of the video, and um, I had to hold my phone the whole time during that time, and I couldn't record the second time because, like I said, you guys, I was hanging out with a friend that I know for years. She was unexpectedly that came, and I was happy about it, so I hanged out with her for the whole time. And for the third day, I didn't go. I just stayed home this time and just relaxed because I was really, really, really tired. I was done for that day. And yeah, you guys, and finally, you guys, we're in July, and you know what that means, you guys. A lot of good things will come to this month, and I'm excited. For one, I'm getting myself another tattoo. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my newest tattoo real quick. I don't have it on my arm right now, like on here, but I will have it within that next week. And yeah, I'll pop it up right now. There's my next tattoo, and yes, it says it's my face, and I'm saying what I always say every time on video, even during the intro. And also, you guys, the lightning speed kit comes out next week. It comes out next week, you guys, and I'm excited to promote this, and I'm excited to talk about it next week. That will be my next video, um reviewing and spoiling the book. And since that's coming soon, and I'm excited. I want to advertise it when it comes out, and so yeah, you guys, this is gonna be awesome, and I'm so hyped for this, and I've been looking forward for a long time just to get to this point again, like I was in February. And yeah, you guys, this is great. But anyways, you guys, let's just get right to the video. So on here, I haven't really done this yet, like reviewing the comic book covers. I don't think I have. I'm not sure if I did. I haven't really checked, on my channel. Oh yeah, you guys. One more thing before I start. Before I start recording, I got something that I want to show you guys. I have not shown yet. I've shown it on my Instagram, but I want to show you guys it right now. So let me flip the camera. Yep, there it is, you guys. There's the flag. Hold on, let me grab it. Just grab you, and that way I can show you guys. The room. Uh, oh, no, not what I expect, but right here, it is my own flag. Yeah, you know, this is awesome. It didn't cost that much for me to get this and everything. And yeah, you guys, look at my room I have. Look at all this stuff I have right here. I have all my gaming stuff, my 3DS, which I hardly use. I know it looks damaged on the part, but I'll tell you guys that in a bit. My Nintendo Switch, my PS5, my PS2, and there is my dog that passed away, 2 years ago. She's in there. And my little safe for when I keep my money in. And all that, And my posters and everything, my bed, my laundry, which should not be showing that. And here's all my collection right here. Just want to show you guys my little room real quick. Ain't much, but yeah. And there is, that right there when I'm working on my comic, which that is the Greatest Giant Man that will come out in February of next year. Here are my posters. Yeah, let's just get back what I'm doing. And so yeah, you guys, that's everything in here, and yeah, that's my own flag that I have right there, which I might use that for convention someday. And I was like, just pull it out and just take it with me, whenever, you know, whenever I'm going to a convention, I guess, of having my own booth and everything, and having people sign everything. I have me sign it, and you know what it is. But anyways, you guys, let's just get right to this video where I'm going to review and rank all the comic book covers, what's the best and the worst of it. So let's review one. The first one is the Invincible Iron Man. Don't know if that's the very first comic book that ever existed out there, but this cover, I'm going to be really honest, it's awesome. I just gotta say, it's it's really awesome. There's nothing bad about it. The cover is amazing. I love how they're showing all the parts where he's putting on the armor. It looks like he's just putting on like just a regular spandex suit, but it's just sorry, his armor. And I like everything about it, and the detail and the texture and the look of it is pretty amazing. I love how the color scheme of it is really perfect. I just really got to say it. It's perfect. It fits this character a lot better, and it's a classic suit. And especially this is something I have right here as my figure. Yeah, I actually have one right here. It may not actually it does look the same kind of, but yeah, I have one right here. In my collection. But yeah, I will I will rate this a 8 out of 10, just because it's a basic standard comic book cover, which something that I would draw for my comic books, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I rate this over 8 out of 10, and it's pretty amazing. I love it, and I love the blue background. I don't know what the black stuff is down there though, but it says something that right there. It said, "Framed for murder, Iron Man fights back against the man called Hammer." Okay, I see. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I rank that, 8 out of 10. So let's move on. The second one, my this one is actually pretty cool, and I not because I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I'm always gonna not gonna go easy on it because I'm ranking all the comic book covers in this video. So but yeah, let's talk about it. So if you guys can see what this is referencing to you guys is from uh what it looks like to me is that from Spider-Man 2, or possibly be that. Um it looks like Peter Parker is just walking away from being Spider-Man. It says Spider-Man no more. Just like from the Spider-Man 2 movie where he stopped being Spider-Man and he throw his costume right to the garbage. This cover is actually pretty cool. I like how it looks on here, having Peter Parker right there just walking forward and his suit in the back that is really big. That's pretty awesome. I love how the everything about it is just red, and the background is red. The webbing is up there. I see everything, the shadowing of it, and plus this is a classic comic book cover, which I really love a lot, and it's pretty damn awesome. So I will rank this comic book cover a 7 out of 10. And like I said, you guys, I'm not going easy on these covers because these covers are pretty cool, but some of them will be like really, really terrible. But I give it like a 7 out of 10. I know that the last cover I just talked about is 8 out of 10, and it beats it a little bit more. But this one is still like the coolest thing I've seen. Awesome. Just everything is so red, in which I get it because it's showing that Peter Parker is no longer Spider-Man in this one, but it's a 7 out of 10 for me. But you guys tell me in the comments if I'm wrong about this. If I am, then just let me know what's the best part you guys like about it. And anyways, you guys, let's move on. The next one, this is another Spider-Man cover. And this was the very first comic book that Spider-Man ever appeared. The Amazing Fantasy featuring, actually introducing Spider-Man. This was the first comic that Stan Lee. I mean, it wasn't really the first comic book that he thought about. This was a later on comic book from 1962, which that's where Spider-Man is born in. Um, but yeah, as you guys can see here, from the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, they show a bunch of comic book covers referencing the scenes that are we're gonna be they're gonna be showing when the movie comes out, and they're showing the parts that are based off in the comics, which they're really really awesome. And this one was the first one I seen. I'm like, wow, no freaking way! They shown this one in that one part where Peter Parker's that Spider-Man's holding some random guy or just a bad guy just swinging in the air, posing like that. That's just something that I love. And the entire cover is awesome. The background of it is so amazing. Stan Lee really did a good job when he was making this comic book at that time. What a legend, bro. What a legend. But yeah, this was supposed Stan Lee was not able to publish this book at all, or just have the character at all, because his publisher will not let him you know create this character, because people do not like spiders, which I get that. Even I like spiders personally. I have a spider necklace right here. You guys should know that I'm a big fan of spiders, and spiders are always like the most iconic thing for me. And I'm gonna get a tattoo of a spider on my arm someday. And yeah, but yeah, so he really did a good job with this thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's really, really amazing. And it was only 12 cents back then. I wish it was 12 cents now, but these things are pretty rare to find. And once I get my hands on it, I'm going to reveal it to you guys. I'm going to show everything. Even though I do have a book of it down here. Um, but it's not the same though. It's not really the same, because it shows all from the previous comic books, all the books that it shows, but it's all in one book. But it's not really the same. I kind of know what it looks like in here now, but once I have it in my hands, it'll be so much better. But okay, I would rank this comic book cover. Like I said, you guys, I'm not going easy on these covers. A 9 out of 10. That's close being a 10. This is still the best comic book cover I ever seen, but it's a 9 out of 10. But it's still amazing. It's really great. It's not a 10 yet. There's other covers that I'm gonna take a look at that will be a 10. It'll be a definitely be a big winner. If not, then this will be a winner the entire time. But this one's the best one I have ever seen, and I love it so much about it. Just the color scheme, everything. Even the buildings looks pretty good, pretty cool. The background is all grayed up, and that's the coolest thing I ever seen. So it's a 9 out of 10, you guys. So let's just move on to that now. The next one, the Incredible Hulk, but this one is with Wolverine in this one. This one's tough. This is tough stuff right here. And this comic book cover is referencing that one part in Deadpool and Wolverine, where Deadpool is in a universe where Wolverine's wearing like a yellow and brown costume, and the Hulk is in this one. So he's going fighting against Hulk in this one, even though there's Hulk right there. I'm talking about the Hulk right now, but he's right there. Um, but yeah, um, that was the part where Deadpool came to this universe and he's like, "I'm over Jesus, you can't," whatever the hell he said, and just knocks him out. That's crazy. That was the awesome part of that movie, and I was hoping to see a full fight between them two in the next part, where it takes place in the void, but we were all wrong about it, and the Hulk is not in there, so that's unfortunate. But anyways, this comic book cover, I really love just that part. I love how Wolverine's freaking blades are mirroring are like showing Hulk's face in this one, and it's really awesome. I love how they drew that on there, and it's shining up, and it's he's about ready to kick his ass, bro, in this part, and it's really awesome. I really love Wolverine's costume that he has, the yellow and brown costume. Like it shows pretty much his true self, and I like that more other than his original colors that he had, like the yellow and blue one. Um, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. I love the background. It's everything all blue and everything. It's a dark blue, light blue, and all that wherever he is in this part. But yeah, I love everything about it. But the crazy part is there's a Spider-Man head down below on the left side of it, which I think is cool and everything. But the entire thing is awesome. So I'm gonna rank this another 8 out of 10. Just because, the details are pretty good. The Incredible Hulk title is pretty really detailed and texture, like it's made out of bricks. I love that. But there's one little problem though. The Hulk is kind of a bit of a gray character right there. He's supposed to be all green up, just like this one right there, but he's all grayed up, and I'm like, why is he all grayed up in this part? I'm not sure, but it's another 8 out of 10 for this one, and yeah, I really love it a lot. It's so cool. The cover is awesome. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Another one, you guys. Another cover of Spider Man. These are like one of my most favorite covers I have ever seen. And yes, you guys, I'm going to say it. It's a 10 out of 10 for this one. And the reason that is, you guys, because I love Todd McFarlane's Spider Man version of this costume. I just love it so much. I don't know why, but it's so, 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 so awesome. I cannot get over it. I have like, you guys, let me show you this real quick. I have a shirt of it, if I can find it. I have it right here, you guys. This is like my most favorite cover I have ever seen. So I have a shirt of it. That's why I wear it sometimes, every once in a while. But yeah, this shirt is freaking awesome. That is why. That is why I said that this cover is like a 10 out of 10 because I just love it so much. And yes, of course, I've seen this cover everywhere in the store, in a comic book store, in a convention area, and I just really want it so badly, but they cost so much money, like at least $100. So, but I will get my hands on one of those. So that's why it's a 10 out of 10. And the reason that is because it's a detail out of it. Look at the background. It's all webs. It's the web is what amazes me. There's spiders all over him and all over the spider web. There's even red spiders on there too. That's just awesome. I just love it so much. That cover just brings me joy every time when I see it. I'm like, this is the most awesome cover I have ever seen. So that's why I said this cover is a 10 out of 10. So this one might be the winner, but who knows yet? So yeah, you guys, let's just move on to the next cover. I already know this one's going to be the winner next, but there'll be other covers that I will definitely rank more. The next one, the Absolute Batman. This comic book was was out pretty recently. They're actually making a show out of it, which I am looking forward to watching the Absolute Batman. Don't know when's that coming out, so I haven't really heard news about it, but I know there's something about it. They're making a show out of it, so I'm looking forward to watching that. But let's talk about this real quick. So, this cover is pretty awesome. I love how it looks. I love how the background is back there is taking place in Gotham City and Batman just standing there. I don't know where he is right now, actually, in that part. But Sorry, I'm just really tired right now. I just been a lot all day. Um, but yeah, the Absolute Batman. The cover of it is really awesome. I love how the orange, the background is orange. It's just showing the sunset and everything. That's really awesome. The background of it, the buildings behind it, and there's one little thing I'm concerned about is with his big old bat symbol. Why is it so huge like that? Like I'm curious. Like his symbol is really fat. It's like a square, but with triangle spikes on it. I'm like, why would they? Like, how come they're drawing it like that for some reason? I don't know. I'm not sure why they had to do that, but I will rank this comic book cover a 6 out of 10. You guys, I know that's just terrible for me to say that, and you guys have read this comic book, and I'm not read it myself yet. But with the cover, though, it kind of blows me off a bit with his bat symbol being so big. The costume is not bad, but the symbol kind of throws me off of it. And there's some other parts I'm like concerned, like what is that around him? It doesn't even look right. But the cover is still awesome. I love the background of it. It really fits in with the character. But the bat symbol and a few other costume parts of him just blows me off. Sorry, I just had to move my chair. So it's a 6 out of 10 for me on this one. So yeah, sorry you guys, but this is a 6 out of 10. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay, I'm kind of concerned about this one. The Mighty Thor. Thor is not so much my favorite character of Marvel, honestly, you guys. I love, I like the movies that Thor was in. Like, the first one, I haven't watched the second one yet, actually, so I have no idea what's that really about. But the third one was really awesome. I actually loved that movie. It was so much better than the rest of them. And the fourth Thor movie was completely offline. It was just, it wasn't so much serious in that movie. It was just wherever the hell it was. I mean, I quite enjoyed it when I was watching it with my girlfriend that time because my girlfriend really thought this was just a love story movie, and I'm like, no, not really. It just shows that Thor's ex girlfriend is in this one, but she has cancer, so she couldn't live without the hammer. So that's kind of the whole point. But yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder was not the best one I have watched. Thor Ragnarok was definitely the good one I watched. The second one I have not watched yet, but I have not heard any. I kind of heard a few things about it, but never got a chance to watch it. But the first one was completely alright. It wasn't so bad as I thought. This was just the beginning of him being born and where he comes from, and his first enemy was just his stepbrother, pretty much, because they're not really related. But but yeah, let's just get to the part with this cover. So, the cover of this, I do not like how it looks. I mean, the drawing of it is not so bad. There's just a lot of weird things I'm looking at here, like the face of it and the hammer, the color, like little too much of a color in here. Like I've seen a lot of colorful stuff in here. In the shoes, like I don't know what the shoes are, but they're pretty gold. Um, and it just says a mighty Thor, which that's what people call him. But why is it called a mighty Thor? What, like why? Call something else than a mighty Thor. But obviously they got the outfit right. Of course, that's just his iconic outfit that he wears all the time during the comics and during like TV shows and maybe one for the movie. Can't remember, but but yeah, there's like too much colors going on in this one, and I don't like the artwork of the drawing part of his face. It just looks pretty odd. He looks like he just have a bunch of wrinkles on him, if you know what I mean, like wrinkles. So I will rate this comic book cover a 4 out of 10. It's just because of what I just said. Everything about it just doesn't look right, and it's too colorful, and the shoes don't look right, and just don't like it. It's just not the best one I've seen. So let's move on. Oh no. Oh no. If you guys don't remember last year when I was reviewing, searching up Google images of the worst comic book art, this was one of them I reviewed on. You guys, I'm just gonna straight say this. This cover is a freaking 2 out of 10. This is like the worst cover I have ever freaking seen. I don't know who the hell drew that. I'm sorry, whoever drew that, but that's like the ugliest thing I have ever seen. Like, let's just take a look at Wolverine's face. Look at that. That's disgusting. That's just completely disgusting. And his freaking spike of his mask is huge. The mouth is big. His eyes are shrinking. They're really small to see. And his the entire thing about it is so bad. Like, why does it look so shitty in this part? And I just don't like anything about this thing. It's just terrible. The artwork just doesn't look all that good. And wherever that thing is behind them, I don't know what that thing is. Never read this one before. Like, where is this from? Like, I'm kind of curious. Like, I'm sorry, you guys, but this is a freaking 2 out of 10. This is like the worst one I ever seen. Let's move on. Don't know if this is the last. No, there's completely a few more. Um, the next one, you guys, Secret Wars. I absolutely love this cover. I've seen this cover everywhere, and it's awesome. I wish I have it in my hands that way I can read this comic book. This comic book, because Secret Wars comes out next year, you guys, right after Avengers Doomsday, which I'm excited to watch that movie that comes out in the next few months. And the trailer will come out this month, so I'm looking forward to do that, to react to this trailer this month. So I'm so excited. Um, yeah. This so let's just talk about this real quick. So as you guys can see here, Spider-Man is getting the black suit in this part, which is awesome. Um, I can see that all the rest of the other heroes are fighting with each other. I don't know if they're different versions of themselves, and they look the same. Like, I don't see no difference out of them. They all look original, but it's a multiverse type of thing that they have. But Spider-Man does get the black suit in this one, which it hopefully it's confirmed that in the movie in Brand New Day, Spider-Man might die in the very last part, and then he comes back to life with the black suit on, and that's how he returns into Secret Wars. So that's what definitely it will definitely show if that's true. So, but I'm gonna be finding out by the time the movie comes out. Um, so yeah, this comic book is not so bad. I love it, but this is the comic book I've been looking for a long time. Also, there's one little problem though. I don't know what I'm looking at back there. Like I can tell that's smoke. That's supposed to be smoke, but I don't know what like detail that is. All I can see is like a bunch of boxes stacked around them, and the entire background is just red, and the ground is pretty orange brown, and the rest of the heroes and villains are fighting each other, which that's cool. But not so much of a fan of it that much. But obviously, Spider-Man right there in the cover is awesome, and that's the way they're going to show it in Secret Wars. So I would rate this comic book cover a another 6 out of 10. I know you guys are gonna hate me for that, but this cover is awesome and everything, but there's just like something that is missing out of it, and the smoky background of it, I just don't like that, and it just doesn't look right. So there's something I will actually work on, and it'll be a lot more better of it. So yeah, the next one, which is not so much of a Marvel comic, but it's something, is Star Wars. Yeah, but they work with Marvel, of course. They had their own comic books for from the movie and this and their own comic book versions of it, which I think is pretty awesome. They're doing that, but there's a few things I want to talk about that's not looking good about it. Let's talk about Darth Vader's face real quick. As you guys know, Darth Vader has a entire black outfit on, and his eyes are completely red, but you can hardly see red. A few parts in the from the movie, they're all just completely black, but they are red. He's green in this one. I don't understand why he's green, but he's green. I don't know if that reflects something green in this part, but he's green. I'm not liking that. And the drawing, like, it looks kind of weird. It looks like a child drew that, honestly. Like, hold on. Like, I get it. These were very old comic books way back in the day. Like, the version of the drawings are completely different as they are today, which they're more detailed, more colored, and it looks like it's just a realistic part. You know, you know what I mean. But yeah, everything about it just looks pretty odd and weird, and it looks the cover. It looks like it's taking place in space. I see Luke Skywalker right there, Princess Leia, Han Solo's right there, and I think who is that right there? I can't really tell who that is right there. And everything of it just looks pretty odd, which is supposed to be something classic on here, but I'm just not liking the entire thing about it. So, so what I should say, what I should rank this is another 5 out of 10. If I said 5 out of 10 already, I'm just gonna give it a five because it just doesn't look good as I would think it is. Although I like Star Wars, I'm starting to watch the entire Star Wars series and everything, and just this one is not what I like to see on here. And yeah, no, 5 out of 10. Okay, and then the next one, and there's two more on here I'm gonna review it on. And I'll let you guys know the winner of this. So the next one is the Fantastic Four cover. There's one thing I want to talk about on here that I just don't appreciate and like on here is whoever I don't know most of the characters in the Marvel comic universe. I'm still trying to know what these characters are, and like from watching the movies, like where are they from? That way, I take a look who these characters are. I do not know who this green character is, honestly. He kind of has like a football shape head, and it's crazy how he look like he's some kind of goblin. But like I said, you guys, these comics were from like way back in the day, and this is the way they draw it. They drew it, which is pretty cool. The way how they draw it back then. But this one, I just don't like it the most of it. So I'm just gonna get straight to the part. I love it. Everything back there. I see Mr. Fantastic's hand like popping out, right in the cover and everything, trying to grab him. The thing is back there, and he's getting hit by like some kind of hammer that this goblin's holding. Wait, wait, hold on. No, if I'm taking a look at this right. Oh wait, this is supposed to be a scroll, isn't it? I think it's a scroll. I'm not sure because what I can see here, the scrolls they can shapeshift, people. They can disguise themselves as a different person. That's probably what that is. I think that's what that is right there. Because I see Iron Man's hand right there, Thor's hammer, which looks pretty crazy. Just instead of a hand, it's just a hammer that he's holding. But yeah, with this entire cover though, I'm gonna rank this another 6 out of 10. Just because this thing looks kind of cool and all, and the characters are there, but the scroll character it just doesn't look right on there, and I just don't like how it looks of this character. So another 6 out of 10. We're going to the best ones and to the worst ones now. Like I said, I'm ranking the best and worst comic book covers. So for this next one, this other part, this one is the Weapon X cover. So I guess that's supposed to be Wolverine, but as a complete beast in this one. Um, I'm not liking how it looks. I know, like the entire thing, the both of these characters are red, which I think they're cool and all. And Wolverine is complete beast right here, Weapon X, I mean. And it looks like he's killing some kind of female right there, which honestly, not too bad. I'm not liking how it looks on here, and everything's completely all the background's black and looks like this circle thing is a sun or a light. Um, not too like it's kind of bad, honestly. I just don't like the fact of it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it. I'm gonna say a 4 out of 10 for this one, just because I just don't like how it looks in here. The colors are kind of screwed. The background of it, don't like it, and everything about it just doesn't look all that good. So let's move on to the very last comic book cover I will be reviewing on, and that will be completely it. So the last one, you guys, is the New Mutants, which this one shows Beast, and who is that back there? I think that's Cable. Well, it looks like Cable back there. But yeah, it's a one another X-Men comic books. This one shows Beast on here, which I think it doesn't look too bad at all. Not so much as I thought, but I just don't like the fact that the way the detail looks on Beast and Cable back there. Like I know, like I said, these comic books are really really old, and some of these things can don't look exactly all that best as it should be, but it's the way it looks. The background's all red. Um, Beast, well, it looks like he's naked in this part. I don't see he's wearing shorts in this one. But yeah, I'm just gonna say this. The very last one is another. It's a 3 out of 10 for this one. So yeah, you guys, that's gonna be it for that. So you guys, the winner of this comic book covers of this video, the winner is Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man comic book cover. And yes, you guys, it's a 10 out of 10. Like I said, you guys, this cover means a lot to me. I love it so much, and this is the comic cover I will never ever change my mind on because I love it. It's the best thing I've ever seen, and I'm hoping to find it someday. And yeah, so yeah, you guys, that's the winner of this whole video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Not so much a video I would make, but this is something I've been wanting to make for a bit now. And yeah. And yeah, you guys, don't forget that next week a Lightning Speed Kit will be out. It will only be $5, of course. digital only. The physical copy will definitely come in the next, who knows, soon, whenever I get money saved up. But hey, you guys, this will be it for now. Um, I will make a review video of it, and that's it. There's also a next video after that I want to make, something that has been up my mind for the last week or so, and I really need to talk about this. I think you guys might want to hear this from me. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be talking about it very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow my socials. I'll see you guys next week. So yeah, you guys. Goodbye.